Yeah, hello. Zenya. Oh my gosh, I'm here. Yeah, Oh yeah, moo. Moo. I have it's a totally cow horns, okay? Not not devil or evil, okay? I know it's very easy to confuse and mix up. Okay. Isn't it look cute? The bell. Ding ding. Ding 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 ding. Wait. What do you mean? Only the males have horns. No way. Every cow has horns. Right? Well, fake it, whatever. I thought it was cute, Alice. Being a cow for a little bit. This is thematically appropriate. If you saw the video yesterday, new ASMR video yesterday. Wow. Cow Zenya's stock is rising. Indeed. Also, yeah, so I have a little, I do still have a bit of a cough. I definitely feel a lot better, you know? So I don't think I'm exactly like totally sick anymore, but there's this like lingering you know, it's kind of annoying to deal with, especially when I'm talking. It is like I'm supposed to be talking a lot, so it is kind of suck even when I have my lean. Although it's a new lean now. I now have a red lean without menthol, sadly, but it should still be as effective. I don't think it's COVID. No, it should be it should be okay. I hope I sound better, but I think, you know, when I've been like legitimately sick in the past, it's always like there's something that lingers for a while. I know you still keep like coughing for like the next few weeks, even so for some reason. But yeah, I even got back to exercising. I felt really bad, you know, when you keep up a routine of exercising. Like, I think it's really good, like for your mental, for better sleep quality when you go to sleep. And like, I didn't do it at all while I was sick. I mean, obviously, right? You know, I'm dying in bed. I'm not like gonna get up and be like, all right, I gotta do all my sets, push-ups, squats, whatever. Or I guess Miku boxing in my case. But yeah, the other day, I just noticed like while I was shrimping at my desk, you know, it just feels so bad. Joints getting creaky and stiff. My legs cracking every time I take a step. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get back to it. So I worked out the past 2 days. And I took a shower. And then I had to scarf down dinner. So I am a little bit late. But it's fine. I'm here now. Good evening. Today we are gonna be chatting, chat, yap. It's I want to make this like a special day, but I guess we'll get into that later or something. But it's not gonna be very long. It's like a quick little hangout. Because I wanted to see you. Because it's the weekend, and you know, I feel like the weekend people are more free. you know, there's obligations, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, it always feels a bit sad, a bit of a waste of like, you know, I'm not really able to see you much during the weekend. So, yeah, Saturday nights I wanted to be together. Anyways, let's do our daily greetings a little bit to start. Hello. Hi. Attention. Salute. Do you like my desk, by the way? I put some things on my desk. And do you know what those things are? You know what they are? Very cute creatures. I feel like it's been forever since the last Zatsu. Yeah, I don't really do like dedicated Zatsus unless it's like for something in specific in particular. I've been really busy with like projects, so you know we'll get around to it. Maybe I should put the boo boo into round blue. Wait, which one do you mean? Lava is purple. Like Lin, he was born in it. That's where his color comes from. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna try to say hello. So, hello Space, hello Just Blake, hello at Matian, hello IDHJ Artist, hello Gooey, hello Aguni, hello Sherlock, hello Fox and Hound, hello Adrian, hello JDHD, hello Shortcake, hello Sanko, hello Todd Howard, hello Handsome Orc, hello Blue Tube, hello Gooey, hello the Palm Tree, hello Zorro is always lost, hello James Cram, hello Average Weeb, hello Bluey, hello Garbage, hello Divine Noob, hello Mega Zero, hello Kriak, hello Crit, hello Just a Person, hello Relaxed Vic, hello VGBots, hello One Potato, hello Gamna, hello Fast, hello Shina, hello Wellwares, hello Sunna Oweep, hello Budness, hello Kawa, hello Gophert, hello Key to Defeat, hello Bahus, hello Wasmu, hello Fluffy Tamamo, hello Liolis, hello Lim BT, hello Vermo Geist, hello Ike, hello Scooter, hello Sky, hello Mega Zero, thank you for the resub, by the way. Good to see you, appreciate it. Almost a year, let's go. Hello Chicken, hello Psycho, hello Fembit Crabs. Thank you as well, Ike, for the resub. Thank you for being here. Hello Fisanga, hello Bacon, hello Shrekington, hello Britsuma, hello Glam, hello T Richard, hello Six Rats Part, hello Rain, hello Okamiku, hello Test Subject, hello Jensen, hello Claymore, hello Sin, hello Meh, hello 70 Nathan, hello Lurkers, hello Patters. Hope you're having a great day so far. It's the weekend. Ooh, hope it's more pleasant than usual. Feel like I don't see you much on Saturdays, so it's like, ooh. You know, I can say that. I can say that. Have a happy weekend. And stuff. Hello, Happy Whip Hop. Hello. Why? Come on. Am I a combo cat cow now? Moonya. Nyamu. Meow. Kawaii. Cute. Okay, so yeah, sorry, what are we doing today? If you looked at my schedule, it is a little different. You know, it was like presentation stream. I did have a different thing scheduled for today, but I was actually really struggling with how to do it. Like, you know, with the idea, like I just got very like uncertain about it, I guess, and like doubtful. You know what I mean? That like self-doubt or not confidence in the idea. And then it's also, I really didn't have that much time to prepare it, to be honest, because I was sick like kind of this whole past week, and so I was trying to focus mostly on resting. Although I didn't know this stream, like I kind of, you know, wanted it to be like whatever fancy, have like slides and stuff. And so preparing it all like last second just made me like very stressed. So I felt like frick it. Frick it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna do this instead. Something more chill. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard like to make content that like you feel is good enough, you know, exciting enough, especially because, you know, I was hoping for this stream to be edited into a video, you know, because I've been doing video uploads on my other channel, right? And so I kind of like, I've needed like more streams where it would be like the stream would be a good video, you know what I mean? If you edit it down, I kind of ran out. I kind of ran out. I haven't really been able to stream anything too exciting recently, I feel. And so I thought like, okay, like, so this has to be like that exciting one. But then like I didn't know, again, all of like that it's just hard, but we'll work on it more next week and stuff. I did originally though plan Saturdays to be this more like different type of stream. You know, it's not going to be as long, so it's more like focused on like one thing, maybe. I don't know. So I think doing these like Zatsu type things, so maybe like focused on like a specific topic would be good. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to like name it, you know, like something like, I don't know, Zenya Saturday. You know what I mean? I mean, that sounds lame, obviously, but that's like the basic like minimum, you know, like, you know, Saturdays is like we, you know, talk about stuff, we do something maybe cool, or I don't know, right? And I thought it might help with our talking if I boop, boop, boop. I got a drawing. Actually, I think it'd be better if I, okay, here, you don't gotta see all the stuff on the left side, and yup. So I can make it a bit bigger. I'll move over here. Okay, wow. Can you see that? Isn't that crazy? I kind of forgot what was my undo button. That's the flip. But that's the undo. Okay. Bing bing. Okay, yeah, I'll like cut off the a bit more. The gray parts. So any ideas? So I don't really know how to like introduce Zenya on Saturday. Saturday night. That's your fucking SNL Saturday Night Live. Honestly, kind of a lazy name, isn't it? We're doing it on Saturday nights. All right, just put that in the title. It's a live show. Slap live. Boom, there you go. Oh, I know Control Z is undo by it. I just meant like on my, because I'm using a tablet to do this actually. This is not a mouse. This is like I have a real pen. Okay, like on my tablet I have like buttons on the side and I map them to commands so I don't have to put it in on the keyboard, and I know one of them was undo but I didn't know which one. That was all. So yeah, it's like, what is like, huh? Here, I'm gonna draw something. This is I need to draw a frowning penguin. I think it's possible with the beak. Well, he's thinking. You don't want to be like that, okay? You don't want to be like that. A frog in the beak. Wait, they're not a lot of space, actually. I'll give him a fatter beak. What? That looks messed up. Whatever. Oh, you don't want to be that guy. I'm like, oh, どうしよう。どこ。I think I saw Zenya Sudan. That's kind of clever. I'll give that. I was thinking Zenya Saturday. Is that gay? No way. It's like a two words. Alright. It's like we're playing Hangman right now. You gotta put in the right letters. Second word, I guess could be Saturday. Something Saturday. If you want to do alliteration, it could be an S. But then, of course, because I'm Zenya, we could say Saturday, but that sounds kind of stupid. Like, Zenya, she's 15. Crazy. Silly. I don't know if that's punchy. Punchy enough. It's gotta be like. Shit, let me draw it here. Going in this guy. Punchy. Starship, that is a word. But we gotta be. Now that's too normal. You know? What about crazy? What about schizo? What schizo? Schizo Saturday? Yeah, that'll get the clickbaits. Maybe. Ooh, and then it could go crazy. Well, you think that's offensive? No way. No way. What was schism? What does that word mean though? But that's it's kind of close to schizo. So, oh right. Actually, I'm not sure if you can even write schizo in the Twitch title. Yeah, they censor some words. Like for some reason. But schism to be like to replace schizo because it's like so similar. So like the two like last words are different. So it's kind of like a whistle for that dog whistle. That's what they call it. I remember Twitch fucking like censoring the word crazy in my title. They're like, you can't have bad words. That's against our terms of service. I'm like, what? Menhera. If we could get like the essence of Menhera, because that's no alliteration. Okay, so it's got to be like with S or like with Z. That's definitely the second word, and this like does not match. I don't know if there's a word for mentally ill word that starts with those or anything. Schizo day. Oh, that's kind of cool. Schizo day, yeah. Kind of nasty like penguins. Sorry, no, not nuts. It's chocolate. What kind of chocolate do you like? Dark, white, nutty, absolutely insane. Sorry, I really like that quote from Willy Wonka. So clever, you get it? Like the nuts, the nutty chocolate, but the nutty is like you're crazy. Oh my god, could we be nutty? Nutty Saturday. I mean, we're we're gonna be nutty in some way, if you know what I mean. Nutty. Nutter Day? I guess it would be with a U though, because like Satyr is with a U, Nutter. Nutter Day. Because we're going nutty. Yeah. Well, you think it's cringy? I think it's cool. I can erase this. I already wrote down the another day is Zam Saturday. Nah. What if you look up a dictionary and oh no, there's probably a thing like random word by a letter. Beep. Kind of sounds like not your day. Oh, that kind of that's it's kind of cool, you know. But it's like it. it's not your day. If you suck and don't show up, but it is your. If you do show up, though, it is. You know what I mean? It's like a reverse like psychology. Like makes you want to show up because like no, it is gonna be my day or something. You know what I mean? Bum. Look what I found, a word generator. So it starts with Ooh, words of friend. Is that friendly words? Let's try S. Why are the first ones get so effective? Is it no sub? Oh, there's lots. Skinny malinkies. That's a word. Skinny malinkies. What does this even mean? Definition. A very thin person. What? Wait, oh, because it has skinny in it. The fuck is malinkies mean though? Oh, but it's not in Wordle. F, man. F for Wordle bros, you can't use that. Oh, it can sort by word length. Okay, right. What about like short? Swizz. Skiz. Squab. Squib. Like the cut of your squib. Squibby, maybe? Actually, isn't like Squibby's an emote, right? Do I still have the do I still have the Squibby emote? Oh yeah, I do. Squibby Saturday. I think that's actually kind of cute. Because like that's also like, you know, well known in like VTubing and stuff. So I got like block off this penguin. Squid squad. Scuff. That's probably what it is gonna be, but squid sucky. Sucky Saturday. Hehehe. What is this Squibby? It's the emote that goes bounces up and down, like it squishes up and down. Squish, squish, squish. Sabsy. I don't even know what some of these words are. Shack? Sucks. No, these are real words. Scowl. Moo. Sump. Skep. Spew. Smug. Smeg. Smeg. Smeggy Saturday. Squirmy. Squirmy, squirmy. Soy boy, soy Saturday. We're gonna be chuddy wuddy. Squee. I'm curious about the Z's. Does Z spark any inspiration? Like with S. Zooty. Sounds like we're fucking getting high. Also, I'll write down I'll write down soy. That's a word. We're getting zooted. I mean, you're gonna feel zooted after what we talk about. Is it Beck? Is this a fucking slang way of saying Quebec? Oh, small free mass Mediterranean sailing ship with lateen and square sails. What does that even mean? I realize you can't even see like the whole definition. Zazen, Saturdays, Zen, that is me. Zen meditation. Oh, I performed Zan. Wait, no definition for Zanza. Then what the fuck is it, bro? It's in all these word games. No one knows what Zanza is. This is in the Lotus. I see Gotta love the lowest position, the top of all time for sure. Zooks! Zooks penguins! Zonal. Zitty. Zonks! Zonks go up! Oh my god, the zonks! The zonks. And the zoinks. That seems cool. Alright. I'm gonna do a poll then. I'm gonna do a poll and we're gonna have our options. Alright, how about we put it to a vote.
Zenya.
We put it to a vote. Oh, thank you, Anta, for the resub. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mwah. Mwah. 21, so let's go. That's a great number. Alright. It's on. It's Moai. Why is it Moai? What's Moai about it? This I can do more Moai. Sorry. Alright. Okay. Poll. Start a poll. Oh, sorry. I'm a sneezy. Okay, I can only have 4 options, I think. Okay, so, what do we call Saturdays? Okay, I kind of want to put Nutter Day as an option. I think it's maybe a little funny. Nutter Day. Squibby Saturday. I think that's cute. What else do we have? Zonks. Zonk Saturday. Zoinks. Zoink Day. Zoinker Day. And before it's all bad and it's all shitty, so y'all suck. And then the last one. Silly. 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 That feels too basic. But we could do and maybe this it's an act description. Silly Saturdays. Silly Starship. Silly. Do we not like soy? No soy. No schizo. I guess it'd be better to be seen as silly. I think. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to make the poll on Twitch and YouTube, so hold on. Oh, Zany! Wait, Zany sounds cool. Zany. Senior Day. That's also actually interesting. I think actually I prefer Zenya day to Zoinker day as a bit more bit more fitting, I think. Alright, what do we call Saturday? So I gotta retype all the answers. Would be Saturday, and I have Zen Year Day. May or may not be zany and silly Saturday. I'll put it up for 5 minutes. Okay. Let's start the polls. It's time to Pokemon go to the polls. Oh shit, now the poll is fat in my... If I press close, is it gonna like stop the poll? Okay, no. That's end poll. Okay, close. Okay, yeah, it's still going. Just wanted to see it in my chat here. Okay. So we've established like all this stuff, right? So now we can talk about other things. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick though. Penguin, go to the polls. I'm curious. What's winning immediately? YouTube is saying Zany Zenya Day actually by a pretty big margin. Twitch is split between... well, on Twitch, Nutter Day. But followed closely second by Squibby Saturday. It's not like nutty. But I guess it's a bit too silly, a bit too random. Lol XD random. I actually wonder, like, because Twitch, YouTube is different. Well, I can do the math on the votes, so trust me. Trust me. Okay. So what are we talking about today? Just gonna make a new layer. Oh, actually, I remembered. Well, I have this open. Penguins, you remember? There are some certain obligations I have. Oh, Little Sis Saturday. Is that also? Oh, it's like sister Saturdays. I'm always your sister though, so yeah, I don't know if it conveys your attention too much. And maybe, I don't know. It's interesting though. But right. My obligations are from my Zonathon that I had for my birthday back in June. We talked about it right before my trip. Actually, I like recapped like everything I have done and that I'm working on. Just know I haven't forgotten about that stuff. All right. And during that stream, there was a wheel that could be spun if you donate a certain amount. And I wasn't able to complete all the wheel spins in the allotted time. And there's some remaining ones, and I was like, yeah, I'll totally do it later. Some other time. May or may not have gotten around to that though, but I know I have 2 obligated. Oh god, like I wrote it down in a notepad, so I know it is 2 Pokemon to draw, 2 guitar songs, and then Ice Cube. I feel like I've done a lot of Ice Cubes, but it might be there's still like 1 more Ice Cube I need to do. The guitar one, I feel just too shy doing it now, and I'm so rusty on it. But maybe I'll try to like practice a bit like soon, you know. So I can just do that. But the 2 Pokemon, I could just do that now. Oh, the poll ended on Twitch. All right, what was it? Maybe I should have made it even longer. Well, 5 minutes? That passed so quick. Okay, so... Okay, actually, wait. But first, let's do the math now. Okay. Poll. Results on Twitch. I'm just gonna write down all answers. Zany. Zenya day. Squibby. Saturday. And then Silly Saturday. I don't know if you voted Silly Saturday. It's kind of sad. Okay, so done. Wait, the poll disappeared already. Okay, wait, I can bring up the results. Poll. Wait. Or can I? How do I? Results? No! The poll disappeared. Okay, wait. Penguins posted a screenshot on Discord. Alright. I'll have a look. So this was... Why? 43%. This is 35%. 16. 22% 10. Alright. And now let's look at a YouTube. YouTube got 24%. Although it doesn't say, well, it says the total votes. This is based on 62. 24. This got 48%. Squibby 6%. Well, Silly more popular on YouTube, but I'm sorry you had no chance. So if we count the actual people who voted, actually I think more people on YouTube voted. 62. Twitch just adds that up to 46, 46. 46 versus 62. Oh, you gotta step up your game, Twitch. Yeah. But, oh god, what's 24% of 62? I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna say it's probably this one. I think maybe another day is a bit too silly, a bit too weird. So, it's Zenya. Zenya day. Would it be better if it was Zenya Day? Cause that sounds a bit nicer, but it's less to do with like Saturday, because that could just be any day. I think. I wasn't sure if like Zany should be included or not though. But I guess like if you're going 2 words, then it would work. Zany. Zany Day's too close to Zendaya. True, actually, people could get confused. Alright. Zenya Day. Not Zenya though. I know it's confusing, but Saturday is spelled for you, so we gotta go with you. Zenya Day. Zen is your day. Zenya Day. Okay, you know, I think I like that. I'll go with that for now. Unless I change my mind some other time, but work with this for now. So yay! Figured it out. Zubba. He should have been Zubba Day. You know, like a lubba. Because we're gonna be big lubba. Big Chungus Day in the Chungus life. Zubba. But also no one would know what that means. Only you would get it. Our lubba connection. But okay, right. I know what I wanted to do was right. Sorry if this seems kind of random. Because I think it is a little random. So I have to draw a random Pokemon. So I'm gonna take out the new regions because I don't fucking know them. I don't know them at all. Maybe a little bit Alola. It's okay. So we're gonna make a random Pokemon and I have to draw it from memory. Basically. And we're gonna see how close I was. I have to do that twice. So we're gonna do that right now. Right now. Okay. Boo. Pelipper. I know there were some like seagull ass looking Pokemon. Oh god, I can't draw Pencoons. But I think I just remember they had like some big mouth in the face like that, and they had like wings. And no elf. I'm not exactly a Pokemon master, so I don't know if I would know. I don't know how the head goes. like this. I think they have some like stripes or something. And then the tail. It was like a big body. Okay, and then it goes Like this. Yeah. I don't think they have ears or anything. But I think there's some kind of like striping going on. And yeah, but there is like a tail in the back there. Oh wow, how beautiful. Yeah. Maybe had like colorful cheeks, maybe like that. Uh-huh. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me make this bigger. Easy for you to see. Alright. Should I color it? Should I color it? It's probably not gonna be very good. And it's like orange here. And then it's like dark in here because it's like inside his mouth. I think it has like gray cheeks actually. And the same kind of orange feet. Uh-huh. But I do remember, I think there was like some blue, that's why I like this line. Some blue stripe he has. I think maybe like the tail has like a little bit of like gray stripe on it or something. And then the rest is white. Maybe you had like a little like a mohawk or something. Little like tuft the hair on the head. Okay. And now let's look at the real Pelipper. What does the real Pelipper look like? How close? Oh! Is this okay? He did not have legs. He did not have legs. But I was right about the big ass mouth. But I just forgot to put the lid on the mouth. You know, you need the mouth lid, the upper part. I thought that was wrong. Yeah, I didn't really know bird anatomy. Nothing on his head. Okay, but there were blue stripes. Damn, bro, his beak is his whole ass body. What the fuck? Like, imagine like you're just a mouth. You know, like basically like your whole body is your mouth. You just have like a tiny like little head on top of it. That's kind of crazy. I don't think Pokemon do not produce waste, obviously. I mean, because if they did, you would see Pokemon shit all over in the Pokemon games, right? I mean, you're walking in the wild. Because it'd be out there. You think trainers would pick up after their Pokemon all the time? No! People don't even do that with dogs. People don't even do that with dogs. So, wow, it's just amazing, magical creature. Wait, how does he stand? Oh, wait, okay, wait. Oh, so these little tail things are kind of like tiny legs. Alright, it's like bro, blood cannot even like land properly. Look at this guy fucking T-posing on everyone. Damn. You know, I saw on Twitter that they released like a Pokemon ecology book or something, and it was like sort of like the science, like biology of like Pokemon, and it was like how they exist in the wild, how they interact with other Pokemon, how they interact with like the human world and stuff. And it was like all of these like really like incredible like drawings of like Pokemon like naturally existing, like as an attempt to sort of explain like the natural world of Pokemon, because obviously like it comes to mind, you know, like one about like the predator prey cycle, you know, what about like how they interact with like the plants and whatnot. You know, we have that in the real world, you know, even like the plants depend on the animals, like it all is like a whole symbiotic relationship, and like how they interact with each other too. Some Pokemon are like more parasites or whatever. They might like sit on like the body and like just chill or whatever, I know, eat nutrients, I don't know, you know, like stuff like that. And so I find it like that's really interesting. But then it's also like, I don't know how they explain, you know, the whole waste situation. How do they, you know, how do they produce waste? And how do they reproduce? How do they reproduce? If they exist in the wild, they have to reproduce. Also, if wild Pokemon are like wild animals, then, you know, some eat each other. Are there Pokemon that eat each other? Because from the pages I saw, it seemed like they all just get along. all coincidentally, just, you know, living in harmony, but like really like no one feeling a certain way. You know, that guy looks tasty. You know, I'm hungry. Like, you know, what do they eat then? They're all herbivores. No one evolved to be carnivores. Like, not even the humans. Like, the humans don't even get to eat meat. Because the only meat available is, like, Pokemon. Right? Have you ever seen anyone in Pokemon, like, eat a steak? You know, or a burger? Right? I feel like they might have, like, shown that. But then, like, that implies of, like, where do you get the meat from? Like, they do. They do, but but I thought they're all friends. I thought they're all Nekama friends. Ooh, the Taurus, or the cow Pokemon. That's kind of sad. You think they eat this guy? No way. That's gotta be a bit more fucked up though. Like, there's definitely some like hardcore vegetarians in the Pokemon world, because like we're not even like this close to animals in real life, and some people like hate eating animals. You know, like imagine in this world. I think Pokemon milk would be understandable, because like you're not killing them for that. Like, and there are many cow Pokemon. Yeah, like a milk tank. Yeah, that makes sense. The ice cream Pokemon. But do you just eat that blood, like, straight up? Does he regenerate his... You know, the ice cream Pokemon. Can you just eat it? Is that gonna hurt it? Is it gonna grow back? Or, like, what? I wonder. I mean, there's probably some lore behind this shit. Surely they thought of it. Oh, what about the eggs? There are Pokemon eggs, right? Yeah. Even in the games, you can get eggs and like raise them up to be Pokemon. But does that then imply you could also eat the eggs? Probably. Well, I'd feel a bit bad. I'd feel less bad about eating, you know, baby eggs, and they're not even born yet, so. You know, can't even feel bad about it. I'm not. There's no cute face of like, oh. Well, I don't think these are real Pokemon. Looks cool though. This girl, bro, this is like the best part of cake. The cream. It's just all cream, bro. Wait, their name is literally all creamy. It's all cream. Bro. Everybody's gonna be eating this girl up. It's crazy. But I've heard of balut. The fucked up fetus eggs. No way would I eat that. But that probably exists in the Pokemon world. Anyways, let's try Pokemon number 2. You have one more to draw. Generate. Clang. Clang, clang. Me when I is he a clanger? I gotta be honest, I'm not sure if I know like what a clang is. I don't think it's the magnet ones. Is there like a bell Pokemon? Or like, is it more of like a creature of... Oh, I remember there were like gear Pokemon actually weren't there. But I don't know if this is like right what I'm like thinking of. I could be confused. And only have like a stupid ass face or something like this. I'm not asking for hints. I'm just speaking out loud. I'm just guessing. And then I think he just like floats or something. Just floats around, one of those floating ephemeral Pokemon. I think they have like a darker, or maybe it was like, maybe they got like some like brown parts in there too. Maybe it's all like just metal colors. I don't know. Alright, and that's his face. And I think he has a little red nose. Stuff and beady little eyes. Alright. Clang. Clinger. Alright. Oh, he has 2 gears. Oh, and his eyes is X'd out. Okay, he does have a nose, but it's blue. Okay, it's all just silver. Yeah. Oh, lame ass fucking Pokemon. What is this? Wait, damn, Clang is a city too? Anyone been to Clang? Royal City. Yeah, that's crazy. But your whole existence is you're a gear. You're a fucking gear. Bruh. It never feels good to spin around. And shit, like is this second wheel like a part of you? I mean, like this is your head, and like your like the other wheels that's your body. and so I'm guessing one of those Pokemon that just float, right? How do they float? What are the mechanics behind that? They don't even need legs. Bruh. Big chungus ass stomach do they eat? I mean, probably not. Oh, and bro, and you only get one eye. Because, like, fuck you, life is already bad enough. As a clanger gear. You also can only see a little bit. Bruh. What's bronze? You want me to look at bronze? Wait, is there another way to spell it? I know this is makeup. Pokemon? Oh, it's Bronzor. Oh, okay. Honestly, I think this was the guy I was thinking about. This was the other kind of similar gear guy. Bronzong. This guy was kind of cool. I think he's also kind of strong too, actually. At least in the anime, you know, he claps him up. Alright. It's kind of funny. Pokemon remixing all of their ideas. Repeat all of this. I mean, this isn't really even a gear, to be honest. It's just a disc. It's just a miscellaneous metal disc, I guess. But look at this lame ass card. Imagine pulling this as a kid. A Bronzor. Blood is just standing there. He's just floating there in the fucking desert for some reason. Shield attack? Wait, this had nothing to do with shielding. Flip a coin if heads this attack does 20 more damage. I thought it said like if you don't flip heads then fuck you, no attack. But it's flat 20 and then yeah. It's like the fucking tackle of attacks. Bro, are these even real or are these like fake, like fan-made Pokemon cards? I see that all the time as a kid. Because I loved Pokemon, so I'd look up Pokemon stuff all the time. And I remember there were these sites where you can make like your own fake Pokemon card and it felt so cool. He's supposed to be a buckler. What's a buckler? Yeah. I wonder. Ooh, wow. Okay, well they got a fancy card at least. Rare illustration. When will my reflection show? Ah, he's pondering his tiny existence. But even the mirror looks like him. That's crazy. Is he a mirror? Is that his future? Or is his fucking ancestor turned into a mirror? That's crazy. Okay, but I guess we're done with Pokemon. Little side tangents about that. You know, I've been wanting to do a Pokemon Nuzlocke actually, and I was planning to do it, and actually I was gonna do it this week, but then I heard Silent Hill is coming out instead. That takes priority. But it would have been Thursday and then tomorrow too. I would have done it, or at least like tomorrow I would have done it. But I have been consumed by the Silent Hill slop. I don't know if I'll do it next week though. I think I'll plan some other things. But we'll see. It is likely at least be in the near future. Oh yeah, and the game I was thinking of playing was Pokemon Platinum, I think? Platinum. With the weird centipede looking guy. You know the centipede guy. He's like a grrr. And like has wings or whatever. you know what I mean? Yeah, I wanted to do a game that's like newer but not too new. You know, because I didn't want you to feel out of the loop Penguin, obviously we're still a retro channel. I know Emerald is popular, but I thought Emerald would be boring because I played Alpha Ruby, Omega Sapphire, whatever the fuck, like years ago. So I'm already like kind of familiar with like that setting and those Pokemon, and it's all of like the really early on Pokemon. So this one, there's more Pokemon options, choices, I think. Was Salmon Pearl your first Pokemon gen? The first Pokemon gen I played was actually Pokemon X and Y. I played that on my 3DS. But I was watching the Pokemon anime like before that. So when I was watching the Pokemon anime, Diamond and Pearl was like the season that I was like playing a lot. You know, with Dawn, and then after that it was Ivy in the Unova region. But I didn't like that one as much, and I kind of like fell out of it a bit. Yeah, but then I got a 3DS and I played XY. And I played, I think, all of the 3DS era Pokemon games. Not the DS ones though, because I didn't have a DS. But yeah, does that make you feel old, Penguin? All the way in Gen 7 or something. And I was watching it as a kid in like Gen 5. But actually Pokemon, like, that is how it played a big part in my life, actually. Because I loved watching it on TV. And I remember in the 3rd grade, my family moved houses like really far away, which meant I had to switch schools. But it was at like the very end of the school year, which meant that I had to go in class you know, by myself as like a young young babu, you know, and like I didn't know anyone, you know, everyone, so I kind of started like midway during the school year. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard, like, when you are like the new kid. And so I was very shy, actually. I was very shy. And actually, in my first school, the other school I was in, but before this new one, I was very sociable, you know, semi popular, maybe. I don't know. Like, I just literally like did not care. I would like talk to anyone and be like, oh yeah, but whatever. You know, I guess I was confident, but then when I moved schools, I like lost all my confidence. I was like so shy. And the teacher like force paired me like to be with some kid. You know, when I went to school. My family didn't move a lot. This was the only like big move. But we moved like a couple times. I think right now this is like the 3rd house that I've lived in with my family. But it does not seem like there's like anything else in the future. So well, yeah. You know, it was like, you know, Zenya's a new kid here. Hi, so can you like work with her, please, and like show her around or whatever, like stuff like that. And the kid, they paired me with like, for some reason, we ended up like talking about Pokemon. And he was like, oh my god, you know, she likes Pokemon a lot. And I was like, oh my god, I like Pokemon too. And I was like, oh my god, you know, let's be friends. And that was my friend group for like all of elementary school, high school, and whatever. And then I liked Pokemon so much that I wanted to watch more of it. I wanted to watch more episodes. You know, it's not always airing on TV. And so when I was allowed to use the computer because I did have limited computer time, like fucking 2 hours. I don't know, a day? It might have even been a week. I don't know. But I would do the typical, like, looking up, free Pokemon episodes
I'm the elite.
online.
Stand your cuteness. Have a good stream.
Wow,
Escapes.
crazy. Oh, thank you so much, Space. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. It's okay. You can take your time, but appreciate it. Mwah, thank you. ganbare. What you have to do? Yeah. Wow, free Pokemon episodes online. And then I find all these anime sites. And then I'd say like, yeah, there's all these other shows on this site. And then I found these other shows, and I found like, oh, these are called anime. And then got into anime, and yeah, and now here I am today. So, low-key, you had my obsession with Pokemon when I was a kid, to thank for me being here today now. Yay! I do wonder how many viruses got on the family PC. I don't know. I don't think it was ever that bad, but I would also download like Club Penguin free coin hacks, you know what I mean? Club Penguin free membership program. You type in your info, beep boop boop boop. Okay, please generate. Give me the free coins and stuff. I think sometimes it would work. Sometimes it wouldn't work though, but I just kind of be like, oh yeah, oh well. Watching tons of YouTube videos, clicking on ads. Oh my god, free iPhone. And yeah, sometimes the computer would get a bit slow, but it's never that bad, I think. I don't know. My parents probably dealt with it. Having to uninstall a bunch of programs, but that's how you learn. That's how you learn, penguins. Trial by fire. And now the kids, they don't know any better. That's why they're so easily scammed, okay? Because they couldn't get practice getting scammed. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I remember when the browser, you could have like so many like bars in the browser, and all these like weird add-ons and stuff. That was cool. Anyways, alright, what did I want to talk about otherwise? Let me blow my nose. Because he says are stupid. I just say that as one of the kids though. That's why I know, okay? Now that I'm old, okay? and now that I'm talking down to the kids or whatever. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, let's talk about games. There's games. Games coming out. Games that have come out. So one I saw come out very recently. You've maybe seen it. And this is the Clover Pit. Do you know this game? It's about Gamba. It's a roguelike. It came out really recently. But apparently the demo has been out for a while, and in the sort of like indie community or roguelike community, I know it's like kind of popping off, and I've been seeing a lot of people like very, very recently playing this. We're probably gonna see a lot of people start playing this, next week coming up. And I thought of it, Penkins. I thought of playing it. I like Gamba. Gamba is fun. Going to the slots is kind of on brand for me, I guess, as a gacha player. I'm sure OG sounds very familiar with pulling the lever, bing, 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 come on, let's go. But I have my reservations. I don't think I actually will. All right, I've been thinking a lot about my content, and I do want to be more deliberate, if that makes sense. More deliberate, more intentional. Basically just make higher quality stuff, right? That's not just like we're playing the latest flavor of the month recent game. Even if it's a good game, that's not really what I am. I want more of an identity. And I think stuff like that can kind of be like, I guess a bit of a wasted opportunity, especially where I am right now. I should be doing like different things, basically. I should be doing something different instead of just, this is the same everyone else is doing, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what do I actually add? But regardless, also, I saw this game. It is like a roguelike similar to Balatro, Buckshot Roulette. And I don't know if it's just me, but I'm kind of thinking all of the games like this, they're kind of perhaps sloppa. yeah, backshot, whatever. It's very similar words, okay? Common mistake, common error, backshot, buckshot. I mean, who is even bucking like these days? That's not a word you say normally. But yeah, I think these roguelike games, it's a little sloppa.
Is this for real?
Huh? Thank you, Anon. No message attached, though. For whatever reason, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Anyway. Yeah. Because really these games, I saw a little bit of a clip of it, and it's just like the same thing over and over and over. I have played a little bit of Balatro. I do like Balatro, but actually I think Balatro has kind of has infected the gaming sphere a little bit, right? Balatro blew up. Even like major celebrities were talking about playing this game. This is like the stink coming off of Balatro. Oh, thank you, Anon, for the gift sub as well. Anon gift to Anon, eh? Crazy. Thank you. It gets a little stale. Yeah. Balatro is like the Breath of the Wild of roguelikes, alright? I'm sure you remember Breath of the Wild came out. It was like, wow, great, amazing game. Kind of revolutionized, or at least like revitalized the open world genre. And after that, everyone wanted to be an open world. You know, every game became open world. We're adding an open world. Fucking Genshin, you know. Like it all carried from that. And even now, today, we are feeling the effects of that game, like almost 10 years later. Of where it has this breath of the wildification of, you know, we have turned us into an open world, you know, fucking Mario Kart World. It happened to that. Fucking Metroid Prime 4 coming out soon. And now with Balatro, it's like, oh yeah, like I mean, before Balatro roguelikes were still popular, you know, of course there's fucking like Slay the Spire, games like that, but they were a bit more niche. But this, like, it blew up and it was like, oh my god, cards, Gamba, we like that actually, we love that, you know? And so after that, now it's just like indie game after indie game after indie game, new roguelike, a new roguelike, a new roguelike. You like roguelikes, don't you? Here's a new one, here's a new one. You know, I think there's probably like fucking 5 released this year that you could like easily count if you keep up with this stuff, at least anyway. You know what I mean? Even in like AAA games. Yeah, because they also turned Donkey Kong Bonanza into a roguelike with the new mode, the new DLC that came out, fucking Emerald Rush or whatever. And of course, open worlds existed before Breath of the Wild, but we're talking about like the catalyst that exploded things, you know, was Breath of the Wild and Balatro 2. They're not like the first ever to do it, of course, but I think they popularized it, and it's more like their style in particular is copying, you know, like even like Genshin, like the fucking textures in that game look like Breath of the Wild, you know, like the whole like the UI, you know, and like you reach stuff or whatever, fucking crafting and shit. I know, like, you know what I mean? But yeah. And now here there's another new one. And everyone is gonna rave of like, oh, this game is so good, it's so great, blah blah dopamine, but like you're just gonna forget about it. Probably in a few weeks, maybe a couple months. It'll last a bit longer or something. You know what I mean? But my kind of issue with these games is they're kind of like brain rot, almost. You know, like what is the point? You know, they're usually like, there's a bit of like a greater like progression system, but like there's no story, right? There's no characters. It's just number go up, you know? Number go up. You know, it can look cool and stuff, I guess, but in terms of like artistic expression, it's not really there. And you know, like feelings it gives you, you know what I mean? Just why it feels a bit brain rotty to me, you know, like it's kind of like TikTok, you know, fast, quick dopamine, a momentary relief, a momentary enjoyment, you know what I mean? But it's not really have much of substance, you know what I mean? Streamer bait games, I could see that too, it being called streamer bait games. I mean, honestly, these seem like a good for streams because, you know, actual games, you know, like long games don't really fit streams too much because, oh, you know, part 1, part 2, but I'm gonna record, you're gonna record, it's hard to keep up with this. So it's easy, you can just do one stream on it, that's it, no obligation to play more. It's easy to understand, I guess. It could be visually interesting too, because, you know, bow, 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 big visual, pop up on the screen, wow, big number go up. Everyone likes seeing that, you know? It feels good, I guess. I mean, literally, like we said, you know, fucking brain rot. I mean, there's a reason that's popular with like shorts, TikToks, whatever. So I guess you could also say it can be a streamer form of that too, You know. I don't think these games are really too substantial, though, to be honest, when it's really just like clicking on the right things, you know? Sure, there's cool stuff like picking the multipliers, item combos, whatever. Maybe in some, like, you know, Balatro, you have to pick, like, you know, the right, like, card, like, what order to play the cards in, you know? There could be, like, a little bit of, like, decision making, but, you know, it's not really like that. Fucking deep, whatever. And that's the point, that it's like easy to play. That's also why it's streamer bait. It's just easy to play while chatting or whatever, blah, 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 all of that. And you know what? You know what clips I saw from this? All right. Fucking Northern Lion clips. All right. I watch Northern Lion clips sometimes. I don't know, kind of a funny guy, I guess. I mean, whoever makes the fucking, like, edits of those fucking library of whatever. I mean, there's so much edits, but, like, they put it together in, like, a nice, cohesive, funny way, at least. I like to watch that stuff just to kind of, like, because I feel like he's kind of like the standard of, like, I don't know, a funny streamer or whatever, or shit like that. So I like to watch streamer clips like this sometimes to sort of, like, learn, I guess, you know, like, learn and get ideas for myself, kind of, like, study them. You know what I mean? But anyways, so he played this game and he was, like, gassing it the fuck up. And even to the point where he said that, like, the developer released the game, like, right when he started streaming, you know, and there's no, like, preset release time or whatever. Like, it literally came out as he was streaming. So it's sort of like a, you know, fucking, like, like, they're connected. I'm pretty sure, like, the developer for that game even put, like, Northern Lion quotes, like, in his fucking description of his game, like, fucking, like, as a, you know, like, what do you call, like, when you have a happy customer and it's, like, a positive review from a customer and you're like, see, look, this guy liked it, so you'll like it. I know there's a word for that, but you, like, put that on his shit, so, like, they're connected. Bro was a paid actor. I'm not sure, like, if it's that, like, fucking sleazy of, you know, fucking money under the table. He's a paid shill. But it's probably more so that it's in this, like, ecosystem. Kind of like game theory, I guess, you know, game theory bait games. That kind of trend that was a few years ago of, like, these mascot horror games with, like, obscure lore trying to bait for, like, a game theory video to be made about them. Now people make roguelike games to bait Northern Lion into playing it, so they can, like, use that to, like, boost the visibility of their game, because, like, look, fucking Northern Lion played it. So yeah, testimonial is the word I was thinking of. Okay, but that got me thinking, like, maybe, like, again, these games, they're also Northern Lion bait games. Because not only is it trendy, you know, like, this big streamer, like, really likes them, you know, so if you make it, like, they'll probably play it. You know what I mean? So I think they're actually maybe ruining the indie game industry or something. I don't know. It's just, it's a little sus. It's a little sus. Oh, does Queso do that stuff too? But yeah, it's another big fucking gaming streamer. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people make fucking queso games. FNAF is what started the game theory bait games, yeah. And, like, honestly, some, like, people, I think, theorize that FNAF was supposed to end with the third game, but they kept making more games. I think, like, because, like, game theory, like, I guess the theory is right or whatever, so they want to, like, make more shit or something. I don't know. But it's like, you know, like, when they make more games, like, game theory, they can make more videos about it. Like, psh, is all this shit. I don't know. Its point is, I will not be playing this game. All right. I've only seen a little bit of gameplay clips of it, but I will declare it is slappa. It is flavor of the month. All right. Streamer bait. Game. Number go up. Whatever. I'm sure it's like for like yapping maybe or whatever, but I aspire to higher standards, right? Smash cut to next week, bro. I haven't even actually like exactly figured out what I'm doing next week. I'm thinking of it though. It's gonna be good. Okay. Game industry's been going downhill for ages. Ugh. Yeah, there's a little slappa. I heard Metal Gear Solid remake Delta was slappa. Silent Hill even was like a little bit slappa. I have heard of No, I'm Not Human. That is also one of the flavor of the month games right now. But I will at least say that game. It's an indie horror. Another kind of like popular genre. Like similar to the roguelike things. But I think these at least can be more interesting, you know? They can be scary, cool atmosphere, all of that. However, I think also like mouthwashing is like the recent example of like the popular one that like makes everyone like want to make like their own version of, you know, fucking mouthwashing gets this huge fan base for some reason. I haven't played it. I haven't seen it. I don't really know much about it. I was going to play it last week, but then of course Silent Hill came out, so it was gotta drop everything for that. And then now it's like, I don't know, is it too late for me to play it? There's like other plans I want to do too, that I was mentioning, like wanting you know, to make like higher quality streams. And so like I really I don't really think these games fit me too much, you know? Cause my niche is retro stuff. That's what I want to be focusing on. If I'm gonna play a game, it's gonna be that. And if I'm not gonna play a game, I want it to be something more interesting or whatever. I know, some cool idea. I don't know, maybe crafts, or even just like building hand cams, or like, you know, some presentation on some topic, or like, you know, like stuff like that. I'm trying to make higher quality stuff, and to be honest, I don't think like just playing like the newest game like is really like makes sense for me, for my channel. You know what I mean? Which does kind of suck, but I think a lot of people get like swept up in this, you know, kind of like, I guess a little bit like streamer bait games or whatever, or like trendy stuff, like this is a trend so I should play it. But in my opinion, if everyone is doing the trend, then you know, you're not standing out, you know, you're not any difference. And I want to give a reason for, you know, for you to be here, I guess. I don't want to just be like, oh, like lax about it and be like, yeah, whatever, like let's just play like whatever, like I feel like, of course I still want to play things that I like, but I'd rather like to where it's both things, I play something I like, but also something that I think is like interesting and unique and different. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's easy to get this like FOMO feeling, I guess, as a streamer. Like, well, everyone's playing this game, so should I do it too? Do I need to do it too? I will admit, like, I am curious, like what this is about. And I do know, like, yeah, it would only be it would only be one stream, because I'm pretty sure it's a pretty short game, so it's not like a huge commitment. But still, even one stream, I'd rather make like a really good stream instead, other than that. I know, you know what I mean? Siactra creates some good retro style games. I don't know who that is. I mean, there's a difference between retro and like retro style, right? I know a lot of actually like indie games now, new games, they try to replicate the old style and look like retro games, but they're not really. And that's an important distinction to me, I guess. It has to be real, not fake. Yeah. And so I think I saw another question of if I'm going to be playing horror games for October. I would like to. There's a lot of horror stuff I want to do. Not just games also, but like watching horror movies and stuff. A lot of horror movies with you. How are we going to try to have a lot more movie nights in October to see a bunch of horror movies? Because I love horror movies too. Unfortunately though, with games, it's kind of the same thing. I don't just want to play games all the time. There are some games I have planned. But when do I stream? Monday, Tuesday, right? All days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right. So, like a Monday, I do ASMR streams, no games. Wednesday, I do ASMR stream, no games. Friday is my community night, so I either do watching movies or playing games or drawing. So that's off the table as well. So then I have 4 remaining days, but then Saturday, I'm gonna do like the short streams similar to this. So it's not gonna be games either. So you cross that off. So then what I actually have 3 possible days to play games, but then also I've actually been wanting to use a day like off where I don't stream, so I can work on more off-stream stuff. I guess I have been feeling really overwhelmed lately, I guess, and really busy. So for now as well, it's going to be like, I don't know, either Tuesday or Thursday off. It'll depend. But then it's like, okay, it's only 2 days. Okay, 2 possible days where I could do a game, right? And it's not actually a lot. And then when I say I also want, let's say I want at least one of these to be a more like creative or like interesting type of stream, like not a game stream at least, then it's also, that's off. All right, so then it's like, okay, there will 1 day a week to play a game. So not really a lot of options, but there is definitely stuff I want to play. Like I was thinking of Amnesia, because I heard that game is not very long. I could do in like a big marathon stream lately. Maybe Slender. I wanted to play some retro horror games too, actually, but unfortunately I've actually kind of already played a lot of like the best horror games, I've already played the old Resident Evils. I've played the old Silent Hills. Except for Silent Hill 4, but I also heard 4 is like the worst one. So it's like, I don't know if you really want to bother with that. And then like Fatal Frame, I played the first game. I'm actually interested in the second game, but then I heard there's a remake of the second game coming out. Oh, sorry, there's a remake of the second game coming out next year. So it's like, well, is it going to be kind of a waste if I play it now then? You know, like, if they're just gonna make it like the same game but better, then is there even a point? You know? Yeah, early 2026 for that. It's like, I feel like I might as well hold off. And I was looking into old horror games. Actually, there's a lot of point and click ones that seem interesting. Do you know Sanitarium? And there's also one that was Passagoria or something. Do you know what I mean? Psychogoria. I think it was like semi-popular back then. I'm gonna check my search history. Ooh, Phasmagoria! Yes! That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I'll probably do one of those. Like something more, you know, in that realm. But I do have a lot of horror games too. I have The Evil Within that I could play. Maybe even Slender. I don't know. Five Nights at Freddy's. I heard Five Nights at Freddy's is like an actual legit, like a good horror game. But it's probably not considered retro quite yet. But we'll see. I want to try making it, though, a fun, spooky month, you know? Because Halloween is really fun. I think it's one of the best times of the year. I love horror and spooky stuff, so I'll try to theme streams around that. So no matter what we do, you can trust in that. But speaking of games, do you know there's a game that came out recently? From the guy, you know, this guy. Sonic Noob in like the fucking big ass cars. Sonic Cross World Racing, I think. I actually like did not have it on my radar, to be honest, but I thought it might be a little fun. Alright, just because the multiplayer. I'm always looking for multiplayer games to play with you, and I think it'd be fun. You know, if we could play together. I know there's crossplay as well, so it could be, you know, lots of potential. You know what I mean? Like wide range, you know, you don't need a Switch 2, basically, is what I'm saying. Alright, PC, PlayStation, whatever. But when I saw it's like how much is it? Like, is it $60? $70? $80? I think when I looked, like, on my Steam page, it's like 90, but like that's like fucking Canadian dollars, so that's like fake currency anyways. I don't even remember the translation, the conversion rate off the top of my head. But yeah, it's pretty freaking crazy. And I'm like, I don't really feel good like expecting people to pay this much just to play a game with me. You know? Is it 70? It's 70, but yeah, but there's also a fucking battle pass, season pass. And bro, the characters, they have fucking SpongeBob? Why is SpongeBob in this? Alright, that's a bit too crazy for me. And fucking Miku too. Miku is at least like, alright, it's kind of like Sega related, but yeah, so it's a little cringe. I think this game, if it was cheaper, then maybe I would. Although, oh, you know, we can just wait for it to go on sale. Yeah, since it's on Steam, it's gonna be a sale, like, for sure. For sure. Eventually. And of course, we have time, right? I mean, honestly, that's what you're used to, right? That's what you're used to as an OG-san. Patience and waiting. All right, our times will come. Yeah, maybe even for Christmas. Yeah, winter sale. We could hope. Maybe it's too new for that. Although I have seen like really new games on Steam, like already being like fucking 30% off, which seems crazy to me as a more Nintendo girly. But maybe it's normal. That's how it is. Speaking of games, video games. What are you thinking on Nintendo recently, huh? I think there is a lot of Nintendo hate. And to be honest, I think a lot of it is just rage bait. Alright, I see these videos on my YouTube that are like, Nintendo is evil, stop supporting Nintendo, I hate Nintendo. All that stuff, to be honest. And all that stuff. I just like really, like, some of their complaints just seem so nitpicky. In my opinion, I do think they're in a rough situation because, like, the yen, I don't know how to draw the yen symbol. Is it that? The yen is like in a pretty bad spot. I know. I do think the corporate side of it, like, yeah, like the good leaders, Iwata, Reggie, are not here anymore. They seem to like actually care about it. And it is definitely more of like a faceless company. You know, no one's really like representing it. Although, you know, I think at the very least, I don't think Nintendo is evil. Okay. I know prices of games has been, you know, a big contentious thing, but $70 has kind of been the norm for a bit of a while now. You know what I mean? So they're not necessarily the ones raising the prices. They're just adapting to the market. And you could say $80 is the same similar situation. I'm not exactly a Nintendo glazer, but I think people are again giving in to the rage too much, you know. Because okay, even just these game prices. If you look at game prices from like, you know, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, they were the same as this. I've seen old booklets that are like, yeah, some Nintendo game is like fucking like 70 euros or like some shit like that. And like that was like even more expensive back then, especially when you account for inflation, right? I do think it is a bit ridiculous to expect the games industry to just like not move, right? While the whole rest of the world is experiencing this, you know, fucking inflation or whatever, right? $60 itself was actually, I guess, cheap, all things considered, because it stayed the same that way for years, even while the economy was still moving. So you had to have expected it to move at some point, right? And I think indie games definitely bring it like a bit weird, because you can be like, lol, $20 Silk Song, but you know, that's also, they have the freedom to price it however the fuck they want. If you work for these big companies, they have a lot more people on their payroll to fucking pay, so it makes a bit more sense, I guess. And about physical cartridges, actually, I mean, the first party Nintendo games are actually on physical cartridges. The ones that aren't are the third party publishers, and that's like their choice. And the reason for that actually is because these are 64 gigabytes. For the Switch 2, the cartridges are 64 gigabytes, which is a fucking lot, actually. A lot of games are not nearly that big. Except these cartridges are actually kind of expensive to produce. So if you're manufacturing a game that's less than 64 gigabytes, but your only option to have a physical copy is to use this like very expensive thing that's gonna like eat into your margins or whatever, it makes sense that a lot of people would be like, yeah, fuck that, we'll just go on like the game key card and be a digital download or whatever. Which I guess you could also say is Nintendo's fault for not having more options than the 64 gigabyte. I think they just didn't like realize. They probably thought like, we'll just make it like as big as it needed to be. And like, they're like, yeah, this will fit any game. But then not realizing that like the cost makes it more than like smaller cartridges. And such, you know what I mean? But honestly, I would never call Nintendo's practices evil, because they don't do microtransactions, gambling, or whatever. Fucking, you know, these mass company layoffs, crunch time, you know. In-game purchases, their only in-game purchases are like fucking DLC or whatever. Now their fucking lawsuits or whatever, that's a whole other thing. Okay. I would say their lawsuits are probably, they're pretty frivolous, yeah. But as a player, that doesn't really affect me. you know? It has something to do with like my experience, like with the game, playing the games or whatever. And I think you could also say that the games themselves too are usually pretty good, you know? Like Ivan mentioned earlier, we have like a modern AAA slop of fucking Metal Gear Solid Delta, arguably maybe Silent Hill F. You know, people have been calling those games like, you know, slop, bad, whatever. And those are also sold for like $70. You know, and then meanwhile, people are calling Donkey Kong Bonanza like one of the best games of all time. You know, the Mario games are also very consistently of very good quality.
Friends?
And I could argue like $40 for like Galaxy. You know, is that too much? I don't know. We don't know what it's going to be like exactly. Because from what they said, like it's not exactly a straight port. They are like upscaling it. They're adding a bit of new content to it. Maybe it was hard to get it like to work, like if the fucking Switch Joy-Cons or whatever. I know the fucking like Wii Emote technology is like you know, like very, very unique. It doesn't exactly transfer over to the Switch that well. This isn't for a new game. This is for the old Mario Galaxy games. But at the same time, no, is it a bit much? I do think it is a bit much. I think like $30 would have been more reasonable. Even like $20. My Galaxy was $10 on the Wii U collection. Well, $10 like 10 years ago. It also would have been a bit different now. And that also was just a straight emulation with no gameplay additions or whatever. At the end of the day though, it's just prices, you know? Games will always be expensive, you know? And you're never, I guess, like entitled, you know, to be able to play a game, I guess. Like if, oh, and also, by the way, the Wii U, the Wii U was a situation where Nintendo was like doing really bad. So they actually like had an incentive of like, we have to treat our consumers like really good. You know, because our like player base is like really small to begin with, and now they're doing a lot better. And well, you know, you can just say that's fucking capitalism, baby. Can you really blame them? Again, I still think they're better than fucking EA, Ubisoft, whatever. If they're fucking, you know, shitty games, microtransactions, fucking live service battle passes, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if the most they're doing is asking for more money, then it's like, you know, like, sure, it kind of sucks, but, you know, at the end of the day, the games are still good, you know? Is there that much difference, again, between, like, $40, $20, $30, you know? Sorry. Coughing a bunch. It feels very nitpicky is my point. It's just so easy, you know? Like, if you're so upset about it, don't buy it. Do you even have a Switch? You know? Are people complaining about $40 prices? Do you even have a Switch? Were you even going to buy this anyways? You know? If you don't think it's worth it, then yeah, fucking emulate the games instead. I guess you're free to do that, I guess. Oh, but I don't know. I'm just trying to be a bit devil's advocate, you know, of course, like this could be expensive to you, but again, video games are a luxury, right? And of course, it would be nice if like everything could be $10, but it's just the fucking society we live in, you know. I don't think it's necessarily Nintendo's fault, you know. They never had to price it low for you. This actually reminds me of some other stuff I was seeing about Disney. I'm wearing horns. Does that make me evil? Rah, rah, rah. Mario Kart World was unfortunate though. I don't know. I do think Nintendo like is definitely, they're fucking up a little bit. Like they might be in a bit of like a downward curve, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, some stuff like Bonanza make it like, oh, you know, yeah, it's still good. It's still good sometimes. I do find it funny though how they never say the price of the games anymore in the Nintendo Directs. They actually announced recently that Doug Bowser, the current president of Nintendo of America, is stepping down. I wonder if that's going to change anything. I know the Nintendo of America can't really have that much effect on the actual decisions of Nintendo because it is a Japanese game. But I know like people like Reggie, for example, they're the reason why Wii Sports was a free pack-in title for the Wii. So I think they can push for some changes a bit, at least. Yeah, I do think there should be some changes for Nintendo. It would be nice if they stuck to $70 instead of $80. Or whatever. We could if they made their remakes a little bit cheaper. But honestly, like that isn't even as bad. I heard fucking Donkey Kong Country Returns. That was a port from the Wii. They sold that on the Switch for fucking $60. Full price game. Where was the outrage then, huh? But no, I have to fucking outrage now and and a rage tweet for my fucking YouTube clicks. You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, thank you, Dark Synopsis, for the resub. Hello. Welcome. There will always be some questionable decisions, I think. Honestly, though, even if you look way back, like I'm talking even like a GameCube days, they would do the same shit, actually. The same things. Be releasing old games on the current console and reselling it for full price. They always did that. So it's also not exactly a new practice. It's just kind of funny when people are saying like, oh, Nintendo has lost its, you know, not like they used to be or whatever, but it's like Nintendo has always been like this. Actually, it just feels like everything's getting, you know, cherry picked and blown out of proportion, and I think that's an issue with the internet in general right now. But I digress. Anyway, you know, the Disney parks, Disney World. Wow, I love Disney World. I want to go to Disney World. Another big corpo. Disney World. A lot of people have been shitting on Disney because they have also like raised their ticket prices. I don't know what the fuck their tickets look like. People are saying like, oh, you know, they're gonna fail, they're gonna crash, no one's gonna go there anymore. But actually, what's funny is that the actual attendance numbers for Disney World is higher than ever. And this actually kind of reflects Nintendo as well. They're still selling a ton of games, a ton of consoles, despite all of these complaints. It just kind of shows, I guess, people don't actually put their money where their mouth is. Or maybe just that nothing ever happens, nothing ever changes. But basically these are luxury products, right? And I guess it just shows that people will always have money for these fucking luxury products and whatnot. And actually, Disney World's highest attendance was in 2019. That's when it's highest. And it has gone down now. So actually, it's not the highest it ever was, but it is still very, very high. The highest was 2019. And haha, a little funny world event happened back then. But after that, they increased their prices and people were shitting on them for that. But people still go in droves. And I think the point of the price hikes was to try to like price some people out, to help deal with like these big crowds, huge, unmaintainable crowds they were getting like at their actual peak. So in situations like that, like it kind of makes sense. Like what are they supposed to do? Make prices cheaper, have even more people coming into the park, so it's even more fucking crowded. People already complain about fucking 2-hour wait times on rides. That's real, by the way. Legit, I heard it's like minimum like 1 hour for normal ass rides on Disney World, where it's literally you're just standing in a fucking queue. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. Now Nintendo is not really comparable because like they have games. There's no thing of like too many games being sold, too many people playing the same game, or whatever. But they probably have a lot of poor Japanese employees to pay. Yen is kind of chungus right now. But yeah. I'm not talking about Disney like in any other aspect, just kind of interesting of like the parallels of like increasing the prices, people getting mad about increased prices, but still buying it anyways. I think the fact that people can still afford it anyways means that it's not really too much. It's not really too much. You'll grumble about it a bit, but you'll still get it. It's kind of funny, I guess. Ironic, but shout out to the GOAT Costco for their eternal what is it, $1.50 1.15 hot dogs. Man, if I had a Costco membership, I'd be eating there all the time. Yeah. And then that iced tea, I think they heard as well. I heard of as well, they do that. Oh yes, unfortunately we live in an era of corporate greed. I don't know what their cans look like. Oh, do they increase remember prices? Well, I don't really know about that. But at least this price, one of the prices, stays the same. Honestly, by today's standards, this is like a fucking robbery, highway robbery. I bet it costs fucking more than this to make hot dogs these days. Maybe, I don't know. It's more of a recession thing. Is this a recession indicator? I don't really know stuff about that. But you know what is another good price? Penguins. The Zenya Hima Patreon. Wow. As for $10, the standard price, that's not gonna change. Crazy. Oh, and I forgot about my own merch. Yeah, you can get the Zumo. That's the whole Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy plus like 1/4 of another Mario Galaxy. I don't know, but yeah, you can have a Mario Galaxy on your desk. Wow, very cool. Making plushies is expensive. Okay. I'm sorry. Actually, I have tried to price my merch down. With most of the box, you tell them, what you want to sell it for. There's a standard price, but you can make it lower. It has to be a minimum though, because they need enough to make back the money that was spent on it at least, and then any extra would go to me. But I tried to make it as cheap as I could because I want all other people to get them. So thank you if you did check that out. Cheaper than Build-A-Bear, bro. Build-A-Bear Build-A-Bear has been going down, man. It's really sad. Not just the prices, but the whole experience. I used to love going to Build-A-Bear. I still have 2 Build-A-Bears I made when I was a kid. But you can see they're just way lower quality now. They took away it used to be you could put the bear under this air bath and pretend that you're washing it, and then it would also air dry and poof out the fluff and stuff like that. But now they don't even have that anymore. And it's just a tablet. It's just a fucking tablet table. If you bink bonk, just press the icons and you pretend it puts a fucking tub on the screen to pretend you're washing the bear. And it's wow, we can't have childhood soulful whimsy anymore. They took away all the cute branding. Now it just looks like a generic store. It's like McDonald's too. McDonald's used to have much nicer buildings, right? I'm sure you remember it was all red and stuff, and now it's just fucking gray sludge concrete, baby. No McDonald's places anymore. No cute mascots. They fucking killed Ronald McDonald, bro. It's over. Our childhoods. Never again. Unfortunately, I don't know if I see it coming back. Because what's gonna happen? All these corporations are gonna realize, oop, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Ooh. and then go back, no, they're not gonna do that. They fucking nostalgia bait the shit out of you too, by the way. I heard McDonald's, they're oh, we're bringing back the snack wrap, trying to bank on that nostalgia. But then I heard their actual recipe is shit now. It just tastes so bad. So they're actually, speaking of Nintendo, I think Nintendo is most worried about their native Japanese player base. I actually kind of trust Nintendo a bit that they have gone back and made things better before, right? They learned from the Wii U. The 3DS they actually made cheaper after initial 3DS sales were not good and people saying the 3DS was too expensive. They changed the sales a few months after. That could happen here too. I actually know in Japan the Switch 2 is much cheaper. I think it's free $50. In America, it's like, I don't know, fucking like 400, 450 or something like that. And that is because like the Japanese yen is like so bad there, and that's they're trying to like make it better for their native Japanese user base. So Nihongo penguins, you have the power, all right, to rise up to them and complain. I think if they did rise up, Nintendo would probably change something. But for now, we are second-class citizens. Anyways, I actually think that's gonna be it for today, penguins. It's August, so it's already gone over 2 hours. Oh my god. I gotta leave, but I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we have a big day actually, starting at 3 p.m. But I'm gonna go for a long time, probably at least 8 hours. I don't know. And my goal is gonna be to finish Silent Hill F. Hopefully we can do it. Just fucking marathon the whole game. Figure out, is it slop or not? Is it actually one of the good recent AAA games? I don't know. We'll see. I know there has been lots of discourse about the game, so I'm curious to actually examine. Alright, are the haters right? Or are they once again rage baiting? Oh yeah, I'll see you then. Maybe see you tonight. I don't know. But okay. I'm going to put away my tablet. Do you think the drawing thing is cool? Like drawing while talking? I don't know if that helps like keep on track on topic, like to understand what I'm talking about. Or if it's just like weird lame doodles. You like it? You like it? The pirate software strat. Bro, I should have made it like black paper with the white drawing, with the white ink. Yeah, I think that's probably more. Would that be more readable? Dark mode. Right, everyone likes using dark mode for all their stuff. It's for great clips. Yeah, hopefully it's a good clip. I don't know if I say anything interesting, cool enough. It's kind of just being a contrarian. My contrarian hipster little sister. Actually, like you're wrong, and you suck, and you sing, and I'm right, and it's actually like this. Yeah, I'm so smart. I have a degree. I've worked for 700 years at Blizzard. Alright, get fricked, nerd. Alright, El Bozo, dummy, you know nothing about this industry. These industries. Okay, I've been to Disney World 700 times. Get on my level. Yeah. Alright, you're welcome for the Zenya today. But okay. Let's see if I go anywhere. But I kind of have to. I kind of have to leave. I kind of have to frick off. Very fast. No, actually, wait, Nintendo is live streaming right now. Splatoon 3 North American League event. I'm surprised people even still play that game. Thought it'd be dead. To have like fucking little EC going on, but alright. You know, Nintendo, if nothing else, has the autistic market fucking locked down. Oh yeah, happy autism everywhere, by the way. Yay, I love the autism season. colorful leaves falling down, sweater weather. Well, anyways, yeah, okay. I will leave, okay, because you should not go anywhere. Just get ready for more stuff. Okay. Okay, bye. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Mwah. Yabu. Thanks for hanging out. Quickly, here is my Discord. Here is my website. Here are my socials. Lots of cool stuff there. New video actually on the Starship Zenya channel. New video. It was the Genesis Day Retrofon highlights. Very cool, very epic, very gaming. Yeah, you hate modern games? Well, you can see some epic. Actually, it wasn't that good back then. It wasn't that good back then. I guess you compare and whatever. Yeah, bye. Wait, did I like my socials? Are my socials? And here is my Patreon for more epic, unique, exclusive content. Yeah, that's it for me. But now, bye. Have a great rest of your night. Good night. Mwah. Bye. Bye.